Hello, welcome to my channel. Because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. Um, so I'm gonna be doing a reading. I think to start, I'm gonna do Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I did one reading with her with this deck recently that I really enjoyed, and it was a little bit more on the intuitive side, and I had fun with it. So I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to attempt to do something like that again. So I've already shuffled quite a bit, and I'm just going to go ahead and dive in. Oh, first, beforehand, I just want to say I apologize for any weirdness that happens on this video, any glitchy parts cutting out, or the audio and video ending up off. It happens pretty much every time, and there's nothing I can do about it. I just really have I have, can't even talk. I have bad Wi-Fi, and that's just how it is for now. So bear with me, and I'm just going to dive in. All right, here we go. What do we need to know? What does the collective, anyone watching right now, need to know? I got round and round. I got this one before. I remember because there was the face and the shell, but I got it reversed. What does that mean? It's a really pretty image. These all are really nice. It's one of the reasons I like this deck. Okay, 25. So because it's reversed, it's in the protection position is what she calls it. And usually this is something, there's extra emphasis. Usually it's something that we're not doing that we really need to focus on. So this says, are you refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you don't need to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact that you are the common denominator in all these repeat performances. Be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure out that you have the power to stop going round and round, you possess the key to your freedom. That's right, because I think last time I chose it in the protection position as well. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, but accountability. You can have the abundant life filled with love and prosperity that Spirit so wants for you. And yeah, I've mentioned this a few times about taking responsibility for whatever is happening in our lives, because we are actually in full control of what happens. And rather than stepping into victim mode, where you're you're blaming, it's the blame game. It's kind of the attitude of, well, this person did this thing to me. The world is conspiring against me, circumstances, whatever the situation, it's this feeling of poor me, I have no control. And it's a very disempowering mindset. And what this is saying, and the ultimate truth of things, is that in every we can take our power back. And it's remembering that we create every circumstance in our lives. It's that, sorry, really having a hard time talking today. That everything outside of us is a reflection of us, good or bad. And I put bad in quotes, and even good in quotes. It's really all relative. And I would even say there's not necessarily anything bad. It's all part of our growth and our learning. Um, at least on a soul level. Yes, in the 3D, in our bodies, yes, things can feel really bad. And there are oftentimes there can be horrific things that happen. And I don't mean to underplay anything that feels, that feels bad. But ultimately, this is saying that wherever in your life you're feeling disempowered, you can take that power back. You can choose to own your part of it, to move into a place of um, knowing that you have a hand in things. And with that knowing comes I guess I just said it, but the empowerment of, okay, well, I don't like this situation. So that means that I have the power to change it. And this could be sometimes it's just simply changing your mindset, changing your perspective about something. Sometimes there are outside circumstances that have been set up in such a way where we feel like, oh, I have no control. And sometimes life throws things our way and we do just end up needing to deal with it, but we have the power to choose how we react to it and to recognize, okay, somehow something in me put me in this circumstance, so how can I maybe try to change my attitude, change my perspective, try to do things differently next time. What have I learned from this situation? So it is it, like it's a wonderful spot to be in because you don't have to be the victim anymore. You can take your power back, and that's where you can really start to create the life that you truly want. Okay, so let's move on to the next card. That's cool that I picked that again. Gosh, I think I picked that just a week ago or so. Um, So it's a really powerful one. It's a message that the universe is like, yes, listen to this. This is important. Hi, Charlie. Okay, next card. I got poised. It's a fun one. I got this one in reverse as well. Number 48. 48. You're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck right now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. This is funny actually because I do feel personally, I feel a little bit off today and I'm like, I could just not do a reading for one day and that would be all right. But I felt like, well, I've been doing it every day and why not? I should just go for it. And I don't regret it. I'm happy to be here. But maybe I'm in a space where I can't give as good of a reading as I could if I were more energized. um, maybe my thoughts would be more clear or I could articulate myself better. Although I often have trouble with that, regardless of my energy level. But, as in regards to you, um, there may be something that you're considering that still needs a little time to percolate. Uh, that maybe you're just like, why wait? Just go for it and get it done. And it's not time. It's it's a time to flex that patience muscle. And that's not to say that you can't take little steps forward towards whatever it is you're thinking of. But it's not time to dive in head first. You know, maybe take care of any loose ends that are hanging there, or take a little bit of time to just focus on yourself for now. And what do you need? What is your body asking for? What is your soul? What are your emotions asking for? Whatever it is, when the time is right, you'll get the urge. You'll get the signal. Something in you will be like, okay, now. So if it's, yeah, if something's not quite right, listen to that. A lot of this is really about intuition and really learning to pay attention. What's that little quiet voice inside you saying? There's often this loud voice telling us stuff, and usually that's coming from our ego. And there's a time and a place for the ego, but it can sometimes get in the way, and it doesn't always know what the best thing is. And so it's really important to just tune into that small, quiet voice that often gets drowned out, and see what it is saying. And if you're having trouble accessing that, try meditation. Try some quiet contemplation. Try prayer. Whatever feels good to you. I've mentioned spend time in gratitude. Write, keep a gratitude journal and write down some things you're grateful for. And just try and step back for a minute. It's not time for action just yet. Okay, I'm going to pick one more. I've gotten this one as well. Go the distance. 47. And this one was also in protection. Lots of protection today. 47. So, yeah, okay. Do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, and mirages. But there is more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your strength. And in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Listen to the call of your soul because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. So, these two really go hand in hand. That this time of waiting has to do with you needing to work on your survival skills, work on what it is you need to be able to thrive. And it's just like I said, it's really important to do some self-care, some nurturing, to try to listen to that quiet voice of your intuition. It's not a time of action. It's this definitely is saying you're taking the time that you need to build up your reserves. And and when the time is right, you'll know and you'll be ready. Yeah. So cool. I didn't really I didn't really do much with the images today. I guess I wasn't, I don't know. I guess I'm just, nothing's calling out to me. Everything's in reversed. What can I do? I'm going to let that be that. I also wanted to pick a card from the Oracle of E, Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. Oh, I said it right that time. Trying to say their two names together. I have a really hard time for some reason. A little bit of a tongue twister. So, so to go along with this theme, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about this time of quiet, of non-action? Oh, I got this one before. Oh, 47. We got 47 again. 47 was the last one. Nasty Knot. And I don't remember what this is. Someday I will have these memorized. And I'll just pick it and I'll say, this is what it is. And I'll be able to pick 30 cards in less than 15 minutes and it'll be amazing. Despite how it looks, you can now slip easily out of your current ensnarement. It only looks like quicksand. In reality, getting free is a piece of angel food cake. Leave the drama behind. Yum. So this is a part of why it's not time to move forward. Also, it's not time to take action yet because there's some circumstance that's still holding you back. And it's time for you to acknowledge your part in it and to, as gracefully as you can, get yourself unraveled from it and step away. And sometimes there is a bit of time required after we get ourselves out of something that has had us all tangled up, where we just need to recuperate. We need to decompress, and that's, again, that's another reason to just don't dive into anything just yet. Just work on the things that need to be worked on within yourself, in your life. Again, what's out in your life is a reflection of what's within. So when you work on what's within, what you see around you will naturally fall into place. And it works the other way around too. As you work on things outside of yourself and get your ducks in order, it will help to to create balance within. Where am I at? 19 minutes. I think I'm going to call it there. This is good. This is a good reading. Very, very much a wait and see kind of reading, which is so necessary. We can't always be taking action. We can't always be moving. And a lot of my readings have been about how so many of us are stepping into this new phase in our lives, stepping on to a new road, a new path, starting a new journey. And it's going to require a lot of a lot of energy, we're going to need to have a lot of endurance. And the word is escaping me, but yeah, we're going to need a lot to get us moving. And so that is what we're doing right now. This really feels like take care of whatever loose ends there are, work on releasing the past, find, how do I say it? Like doing the forgiveness thing, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, which is a part of releasing, so that when you begin this journey, um, you will be doing it free of, or with so much lighter, with so much less baggage, and that is going to be, um, it's really going to help with the momentum in carrying you forward on this new path. So it's good. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you very well, wherever you are in the world. And yes, have a good night and a good tomorrow. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah.